What is up, YouTube? It's your boy SpeedyCorey6 coming to you with another video. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is SpeedyCorey6. I'm a car enthusiast, I'm a YouTuber, and I happen to own a car dealership. And in today's video, we have something good in store. Let me flip the camera and tell you guys what I mean. Today, you guys, we're going to be doing a comparison video with my 2017 Q60 Red Sport and my new G82 M4 competition, man. Should you upgrade from a Q60 to a BMW, or specifically an M4? Or is it just profitable just to keep your Q60, tune this car, and make it fast? Those are the questions I want to answer today. I know a lot of people have been switching from Infiniti to a BMW. I wanted to see why, and that's why I got an M4. And I can tell you guys, the M4, the BMW is definitely fun, but this car is great as well. So let's get right into it. Hey, you guys, seeing them right next to each other like this is so sick. Which one sounds better to you? Bro, this one sounds fire. Oh my goodness. And this sounds fire. They both sound clean, bro. Let me give you guys some quick rails real quick of both cars. I don't know, you guys, the M4 sounds, I don't know, it sounds ridiculous. It sounds so sick. I think I'm gonna have to give it to the M4. I think the M4 sounds better. Both obviously 3.0 liter motors, but V6 versus inline 6. Crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get to the M4 on that. Sound test, the M4 definitely got it, but side to side, bro, they look so much alike. It's crazy. It's so similar. Both so aggressive, it's so clean, so mean. Ah, man. Honestly, with the headlights on, I think the front bumper on the Q60 definitely looks better, but the M4 just looks way more aggressive, if that makes sense. Like, it just looks more mean and just pissed off. Whereas the Q60 looks aggressive, but it looks better. Like, it looks cleaner. This just looks like very, very, very like modern and just crazy aggressive with the laser headlights. So fire. Honestly, bro, you can't go wrong with either car. This is about $20,000 cheaper than this car. And honestly, you could not go wrong with getting a Q60 for the money that you get. Like, what you get out of this car is very amazing. The Red Sport is definitely top tier. I love it. 400 horsepower. You can't go wrong with it. But if you are just looking for something that's all around just a great daily, a great performance car, and has all the new technology in the car, the clear-cut runner is the M4. If you have an extra $20,000 to spare, get the M4. You know, definitely get the M4. But cars are great. I love my Q60. It's amazing. It looks amazing. I feel like overall, what you can do with the Q60 with the carbon fenders and hoods, it looks way better on the Q60 versus the M4. I've seen the M4s with carbon hoods, and I don't really like how they look. I do like when they get the upgraded Adro bumper and then like the full kit. That looks sick, but carbon fenders and hoods, I'm gonna have to give it to the Q60. So stylish points, I'll have to give it to the Q60. But performance wise, definitely the M4. M4 takes the cake. I'm choosing this car every single time. Comparing the two, very, very similar cars. Just for the performance and technology, I'm gonna go with the M4. But both cars are great for their own reasons, and you cannot go wrong with a Q60. Cannot go wrong with one. So fire, bro. Close up on the tail lights. Tail lights are both sick. Look at that, man. These tail lights are both sick. The Q60 has a different style and layout. I do like how the Q60, how it looks at night, especially with my diffuser. It looks super sick. But what I love about the M4 is that you have more availability to customize your tail lights. You can get the CSL style, whereas the Q60 can't really do much but break the lens to have the clear out. The clear look to it in the rear, but I don't like that because you have to break your lens. So that's the only thing that sucks about the tail lights on the Q60. And then also in the rear end, I truly love the quad tips on the M4. That just makes so aggressive, especially, this looks very menacing. You know what I'm saying? When you're looking behind this car, and this comes stock like that from the factory. Whereas the Q60, the pipes are very, very small. I upgraded mine I have 5-inch tips, just singles. It looks really good though. It looks filled out now that I have the 5-inch, but from stock factory, I do not like how the tips look, but this looks crazy. Sheesh, look at that, you guys. Look at that comparison, you guys. Fire. So fire. It's funny saying the M style mirror caps because this is an M, and I got the M style over here, but funny. All right, so let's start diving into the cars and comparing the interior. We already did the exterior, but let's do the interior now. Starting off first, we're gonna use the M4. And the M4, my M4, I do not have the carbon package, so that is an option. You can get the carbon package, but this is how you look basically with most of the standard M4s. This is the interior, how it looks. You can get the carbon buckets. I don't have that in mind. If you get the carbon package, you'll get like carbon on the steering wheel, all this stuff. You'll get carbon right here in the center console, and all that, which is really, really dope. The rear, I like how it does that. The chair automatically moves for you. But the rear seats, you have a lot of room, a lot of space. Much better than my GTR when I had one. You have way more room back here, which is really, really dope. All right, getting in the car, you guys, the technology in this thing is amazing. I absolutely love it. It is super sick. You have so many different features and stuff like that in here. You have the tachometer, which is super, super sick, and you can actually change it by pushing this button right here, and you'll get a different screen. Boom, check that out, which is super sick. Another thing that the Q60 actually doesn't have, which you'll see when I go over there, is heads-up display, which is lovely. I really love having the heads-up display. And you can also change that by pushing the M mode button too. And now it changes to that. So that is pretty sick. And then the screen, you have so much different features. You can check on the car. You can check on the status of the car. You can do so much with it, which is pretty sick. You can change the M modes, which is right here. These are the M modes. Basically, it just changes the performance in the car, which you can do in the Q60, but I just love how you can just basically change it with the M modes on the steering wheel itself. And another thing that my Q60 does not have is Apple CarPlay. This car comes with Apple CarPlay stock, which is so dope. The Q60, my year is a 17, so it did not come with Apple CarPlay. You can get Apple CarPlay if you get a 2020 and above. My car didn't have it, so which was kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. And there's just like a whole bunch of hidden features and stuff like that you can do. Like, check this out. I can raise the volume with my finger by doing this. Check this out. Like, that is crazy. And then I can lower it by doing it the opposite way. Like, that is crazy, right? And you want to mute it. You do that with your fingers. And it mutes the music, which is crazy. And then coming from an Infiniti, the shifter is, I'm not going to say it's confusing, but it was definitely had to get used to it. So basically how you put it in reverse, you go like that. And if you want to go in drive, you just have to push it over like that. And if you want to put it in neutral, you just bump it back over like this and then push park. Like, that is very confusing. I mean, you can get used to it, but like at first I had to really get used to it, you know. And then you have so many different features in here. Like, you can plus the valves, you can close the valves like that or open it again, which is so sick. And this muffler does come stock like that, so you don't have to add that on. I love that feature with the M4. So overall, I don't want to bore you guys too much with all like the features, because there's so much more features that you can do on the M4, and I don't want to bore you guys. Features like I said, you guys, there's so many more features I haven't even showed you guys, but it has it, so it's pretty dope. Let's go ahead and jump over to the Q60 and check out the interior in here. Talk about inside the car. Infiniti did a very good job with the interior and the technology the car does have. For the price point you get, I think they did a great job. It's very simple. It's not confusing like the BMW is to use. There's a lot of features in here that you can do in here. It doesn't have everything like, you know, the heads-up display like the M4 does have, you know. And then this model does not have Apple CarPlay, but you can get Apple CarPlay now in the 2020 and above models, which is pretty dope. And another thing too about the M4, the Q60 does have is it has a sunglass holder. The M4 doesn't have that, so be very mindful of that. So now that we talked about the exterior and the interior of both cars, let's talk about the engine and reliability on both cars. All right, so coming underneath the hood, guys, what we have here is a V6 3-liter twin turbo by Infiniti. And to be completely honest, I've never had any issues with my Q60. I've never spun a bearing. I still have coolant. My heat exchanger is good. My turbos are fine. Like, I've never had like all the main issues a lot of people have. I've never cracked my belt or, you know, snapped my belt. I did replace it with the Gates belt, but I haven't had any issues. So me personally, my experience was great. But still, when it comes to reliability of tuning the car, and my car is tuned, it's just tuned on 91. I am tuned by Saul. I've had no issues. I will have to say though, just dealing with other people and like just hearing other people's, you know, issues they have with these cars, I'm not going to say these are the most reliable motors. I will definitely say they are very particular and you have to be very up to date with your oil changes and stuff like that. But for a reliability standpoint, I think the BMW for sure 100,000% takes the cake. Performance wise, that car will destroy this car, and this car is tuned. That car is completely stock. I haven't even tuned it. This car will get destroyed by the M4. So that is honestly the clear-cut winner in my opinion of why I wanted to really get M4, because I was just tired of getting gapped in my daily, the Q60, by, I won't say every car, but like there was a good amount of cars that would beat me, and I would beat a lot of cars though, don't get me wrong. This car is actually very, very fast, and I think it's a perfect entry-level car. It's just, you guys know I have a 700 horsepower G37 IPL, you know, so I have that car, so I know what fast is, you know, so I just wanted a faster daily. But honestly, can't complain with the VR30. As long as you take care of your oil changes and just do all the little maintenance like the gates belt and just always check your coolant level, you'll be fine. I had no issues with mine. All right, guys, so under the hood of the M4, we have a 3-liter inline 6 S58 motor, and this thing is an absolute monster and I absolutely love it. This car is completely stock. I haven't done any mods to it. The only mod I have done to it is a custom mid pipe, which deletes the rear cats and the 2 resonators. That's it. I haven't tuned this car. I haven't done nothing. This car is still under manufacturer warranty, so if something happens, I can take this in to get warranty work done. And this car absolutely outperforms the Q60 hands down. So much faster, much more reliable, and there's plenty of people pushing over 700 horsepower on these cars with no issues either. Once you start trying to push over 800, that's when you're gonna crack your manifold and probably have to upgrade that. But why I was just like, you know what, I need this in my life. This car is basically the Q60 with just a much better motor and a little bit more expensive. Overall, you guys, both cars are super sick. Both cars, you cannot go wrong with them. Honestly, I feel like if you're going to upgrade from a Q60 to another car, the M4 is the way to go. Because it's still a coupe, it's very fast, it sounds great from factory, and you still get a manufacturer warranty depending on what year you get. And the comfortability is so nice, and the technology is crazy coming from that car. But if you guys obviously can't afford if you guys can't afford the M4, the Q60 is honestly hands down a great car to complement yourself. If you're looking for a car that is pretty fast, that you can tune and has such a strong support of aftermarket parts, the Q60 is for you. Like, look at mine. Like, bruh, there's so much you can do with this car. I love it. The carbon fenders look so mean in the hood. When you do a carbon hood on this car, and if you do fenders, I don't think it looks that good. Whereas this car looks aggressive, mean, it's JDM. It's just super sick, and in my opinion, it looks a little bit better. So exterior wise, this one wins, but for performance, all around, everything else, that car definitely wins. But all right, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you guys like it, please leave a thumbs up. It definitely helps out the channel. Comment down below, you guys, which car are you taking? The Q60 or the M4? I really want to know. You know, I have a lot of my followers are mix of Infiniti lovers and BMW owners, so I really want to know which one would you guys take. You guys know what my answer is. I'm taking the M4. It's just, I can't wait till I start really messing with this car. This car is completely stock, and I haven't put my touch on it, but the Q60 is amazing. Such a great platform to build on and just make it look clean, make it faster and stuff like that. So I want to know what you guys think though. But if you guys like the video, please leave a thumbs up. It definitely helps out the channel, man. I love these cars. I know you guys love these cars, and I know you love seeing them. So make sure you guys leave a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.